Hello, dear viewers. Thank you so much for joining me today. I have my board out today because I want to do Trump's April, and I know we're a week in, but I thought, well, let's look at the rest of April. So, Spirit, give us information that's accurate and helpful to us regarding Trump's April. So we have the Page of Coins in the heart of the matter. So he's just trying to increase his security. He's trying to, make money. And in fact, with the page, that means he may have found a way to make some money. So maybe this is just thinking about, and enhance his security. Apparently, he gets to have a lot of latitude in who gets the government stimulus bailouts. So I'm sure he's already negotiating with big businesses, corporations. I'll give you this, you give me that. He's drumming up his support for his reelection right now. That's what's going on. And there's very little accountability that did get into that bill regarding that money going to the big corporations. So I think that's probably what's going on. He's starting to work on this and work on that. The challenge is the Ace of Cups, though. That means there's a lot of dirt there. It's overflowing. There's a lot there. There's a lot of secrets. There's a lot of stuff like that. The challenge is, how do I keep all these conversations private? How do I make sure that none of this comes out later? Oh, that's great. Underneath it all, we have the Victory card. Okay, well, I've gotten that card pretty consistently for him, by the way, in this, and for the, our government, not that they're victorious, but that they're claiming victory. That, because see, now this is what's in the subconscious underneath. And so this man really truly believes that he is doing great with this, and he's going to make it his victory. He really is thinking that. Okay, behind is the Knight of Wands, and a lot of times that's meant, him managing to keep investigations stymied, kind of held up, keep them from maturing. Above it all is the Four of Swords. Oh, he is thinking about illness, though. That means he is thinking about it. He is concerned about it. Okay, what's the challenge? What's the clarifier there? The clarifier is the Justice card. Okay, well, so it's almost like it would only seem fair that he get it when he's been the one who has put others' lives in danger by saying it's a hoax and saying it'll be taken care of, and he's encouraged people not to take it seriously. So it almost seems like it would only be fair that he get it. I hate to say this is what's coming. This is what's coming. Doesn't mean he does get it. This is the Four of Swords. So that in the thoughts, it's what's on his mind. He is thinking about it, though. He is thinking about it, and maybe a lot of people are, and thinking, hey, that would show him. I hate to say it, but this just picks up on the energies. So that might be picking up on that kind of energy, which people are going to be thinking that with the way he's mishandled this so much, where he could have saved lives will be lost, I don't wish illness on him, but who knows? That might have invaded his awareness too. We have the Queen of Swords. And so in the immediate future, he's got some bad press. So there are things coming out about that just worse and worse. He gets some bad press. Something new, kind of new, though, but along the same lines as things we've come to expect. Some of the things that come out, they're shocking, and we're like, if this had been any other president, it would have been career ending. But everybody's so sort of used to what he does that there's another thing that comes out in April that's, should be terribly shocking, but it isn't. We have the Page of Wands as the clarifier for that one. So Page of Wands, right? I think what happens then is he says, Okay, well, I'll deal with this. I'll do this. Like some sharp criticism comes out that he hasn't taken this step or that step or done this or that. And so then he does what he does, and he makes a big grand gesture that, oh, yes, I'm the best president at doing that. I thought of that already, and that kind of thing. That begins anyway. I don't know if that grand gesture happens in April because we have the Page of Wands, or if it's just begun, the plan is begun for that. At the root of the matter, we have the Knight of Swords. So he continues with the tweets and the aggressive comments toward press and such. He continues with that. Immediate environment is the Two of Wands. So he is looking out over the sea. He's looking at trade. He's looking at other countries. He's still quite involved then with consulting with perhaps those connected to other world leaders in a way that's on the down low. Okay. Hopes and fears, we have the Emperor. Actually, this is outcome. Emperor. Emperor is the outcome. But angel, temperance angel, clarifies the Emperor. All right, another clarifier, just because I usually do. Page of Wands. Oh, my Page of Wands was the clarifier over there for this trouble that he gets into. Page of Wands again as a clarifier for the outcome. Okay, so the Emperor is the outcome, and that's about the law. That's about disapproval, sometimes because he has disobeyed the law, disobeyed the rules, great disapproval. But then we get that temperance angel. So this is just beginning. He's gotten a lot of disapproval already, but it's going to get way bigger. It's going to snowball gradually. And the Page of Wands, I think that's another group. Maybe it is the Lincoln group, but I think that's another group of citizens or interests who are really turning this into a plan about how do we stop this man? How do we get him out of office? How do we make it clear to the American public how many laws have been broken by him? So it doesn't look good. The outcome in April doesn't look good for Trump. He's really trying to manipulate this now. And, he's the head of this disaster efforts during a wartime kind of situation. But I think a lot more disapproval comes on him actually as well. We're going to be losing more people. So this is something he can't stop. Yep. Yeah. I feel in his energy toward the end of April, I feel this frustration because he always tries to simply spin things and lie and use pageantry and manipulate the media to give him these moments to rewrite history. And I just feel like toward the end of April, he's just getting this sense it's just not working. And you know what? As I'm feeling this energy, it's not alleviated, because a lot of times Trump gets an outcome he doesn't like in the press, and then he ramps up in another area, a different situation to get satisfy his base, and develop a different narrative, like as Trump as the hero, that kind of narrative. And a lot of times, frankly, he does it, and it does some good to him. And it works to some extent. Now, of course, not with most voters, but, it works to some extent. So this time, no. It's like a snowball, it's just rolling down the mountain and getting more and more snow. And he will not be able to spin this or gloss it over. No. Sure, there's the Trump diehards who will subscribe to his version of events no matter what he says, but that he's going to get a lot of disapproval. And it will be the Emperor kind of disapproval, which is you've done wrong. You know, the Emperor he is the stern father of the Tarot. You know, you've done wrong and it's apparent, and there's right and there's wrong, and it's that kind of thing. So yeah, April doesn't look good for him. Not at all. I feel like he continues to foster a different narrative, take every PR opportunity he has to do that. And, you know, it helped him, frankly, a little bit in the beginning of April. But I think that he can't be helped by that anymore, is what I'm seeing. All right. Anything else on this sickness card, right? The Four of Swords and the Judgment card. Is that just the Judgment? Is that just his fear? Is that just people thinking he deserves to get this himself? What is that, Spirit? King of Swords. Yeah, I think so. I mean, I think so. The thing is, he also has a plan for how he's taking care of himself and how he's enlisted the help of the White House doctors and their staff to try to, everything is super disinfected, you know. He also does have a plan by a smart person on his side. So I don't know that he gets ill, but it's certainly on his mind. It's certainly on a lot of people's minds. All right. Well, I thank you all so much. I always feel with Trump like the universe is leeching his power gradually. If our political system has not managed to protect us from him, the will of the people, the desire for all of us to be protected, is still out there, and it's strong, and it's many of us, and it's powerful. So I feel like the universe itself, spirit itself, is gradually leeching him of his power. But I also hear a caution as I'm saying that sometimes it's really not going to look like that, you know, because he loves to flex his muscles. But this is really going to decrease his authority and credibility more as this all plays out in the next year. So we shall see how it all goes, but I hope that all of you are staying well and safe and have a feeling of connection to spirit that lets us know that all things in the right time. But of course, I know that all my viewers are also quite politically active and should be, right? We should be communicating with our lawmakers and doing all of those things, not just waiting, you know, doing what we can do as well. All right. Well, I thank you all so very much. I hope you have a wonderful April. Take care. Bye-bye.